Take a walk with him, and it feels like a celebrity sighting.
Good morning. How are you, baby?
Doing?
Yeah.
Go in an operating room with him, and it feels like a classroom.
That's the cystic artery right there. That's the gallbladder.
Students come from other states to listen.
So there we are getting the duodenum off.
The lecture is blunt.
And then Dorkweed over here is supposed to push up, but she's not doing her job.
He didn't hold back.
The little son of a bitch cuts into that thing, and then it takes you half an hour to stop the bleeding. Looks like it's good. There it is right there.
Even though he knew our camera was rolling.
Is Miranda still chicken?
If Dr. Paul Carney has a filter, it's hard to find.
Can you guys bring that camera up for me a little bit? Because my assistant's fat head is in the way.
They give it back to him.
Do I have to do everything for you?
Yes, dear. I'm the doctor. Doesn't look like you're getting rid of any smoke to me.
What does it look like?
No one in this room, though, would want to be anywhere else.
Certainly from our standpoint, he's one of our heroes.
He's also one of the most awarded and experienced surgeons the University of Kentucky has ever seen. And he's here, removing a gallbladder for free. Surgery on Sunday is a nonprofit that mends people's bodies. Ironic that the man running the show was trying to mend his own career. The University of Kentucky won't allow him to operate there anymore.
This is an instance where two independent panels of doctors, his colleagues, 16 doctors all together, reached a unanimous conclusion when they looked at the evidence and decided to make this move.
The question you got to ask yourself over and over again is why now? It's why now?
Why do you think now?
There's only one reason. I questioned the authority and the management of money at KMSF.
In 2014, Dr. Carney asked the board of the Kentucky Medical Services Foundation for an independent audit.
It's a lot of money. It's $220 million a year. That's a big business.
KMSF is a foundation that handles the billing for UK doctors.
Is there mismanagement of money there?
No. It's audited financially every year. The doctors themselves run the practice pay plan, pay the bills. They bring in an auditor every year. It's included in the university's audits every year. It's all above board. It's all in the open. So no, I think that the smokescreen that Dr. Carney has raised, because he's got 20 years of abusive behavior that's caught up with him.
A couple of months after Dr. Carney asked for the audit, he was put on paid leave and eventually pulled from doing surgery.
So the easiest thing to do is to vilify me and create a story about rogue physician, 20 years of unprofessional behavior.
UK spokesperson Jay Blanton says one of the few mistakes the university made was not getting rid of Carney sooner. Carney gave us his UK personnel file, his yearly reviews going all the way back to 1988. He moved up the professional ladder and landed as the head of trauma surgery at UK. But throughout the climb, there was a theme of behavior issues, sprinkled at the end of mostly rave reviews.
If you're in a trauma situation where there's life and death, somebody's dying right in front of you, and you're directing a team, it's like being in combat. It's like people are shooting at you.
UK countered with their own records of instance after instance of what they consider inappropriate behavior during that same time frame.
I mean, and think about it from a practical aspect. You can't have an environment, a work environment, where people are afraid, where they're feeling like they're going to be abused. What kind of health care are they going to provide then?
After he asked for that audit, a patient and more staff came forward, questioning, yet again, Carney's professionalism.
And how do you apologize? You go and say, oh, I'm really sorry. I was really nice to the nurses, but I'm sorry your loved one's dead.
It wasn't long after Dr. Carney's 26 years of surgery were in the books at UK. 29 teaching awards, endowed chair.
Being good with a scalpel is not an excuse to treat people abusively.
We're now going to divide the artery.
He's had time to reflect. Who he is who he was made to be. His father was a doctor too.
He said, you have to remember, son, that the very qualities that make you a good surgeon might also make you an asshole.
Was he right?
I think you have to be somewhat of an SOB, yeah, I do, to be a good one. Now, do you have to be one all the time, 24/7? No, that gets you nowhere. There we go.
This patient will probably never know the caliber of surgeon that fixed her or the story surrounding his departure from UK. But one thing is for certain, she's better now than when she came in.
Well, what'd you think? Pretty interesting?
Yeah.